What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Ball Game Podcast. I am the innocent bystander, Matt Sullivan.
Trunks.
I'm Ortiz.
I'm Chris.
As you can see, another Zoom pod. So we could recap today's NBA Finals, Game 5, and the closeout game as the Nuggets. Yes, not the Hornets. The Nuggets. Yes, sir. Number that I pointed to the wrong side. That's crazy. Number 15, Nikola Jokic, Finals MVP. Nuggets closed it out in 5 against Miami Heat. Trakal, you're literally wearing a Nuggets jersey, so like,
Yeah, no, that's
you have
crazy.
no grounds.
You actually stopped and got
for
changed.
Jokic. I booed for Jokic. That's all.
What's your problem with Jokic now?
You're overrating him.
What?
You said he's a top 5 center.
All right.
No, I didn't. I literally didn't say that.
All right.
But we'll get into that.
Slow down.
Uh,
We got to update the people
we do.
about our
just
friend.
well, yeah. I mean,
Which one?
there's a couple. I was about to say there's a couple things we could update them on right now. First of all, Dean's clearly not here.
No, he's not.
Second of all,
So Dean lost
Yeah.
all game bets because he's not here.
Second
so the
of all,
season is over, which means ball game bets is over. In first place, me, 11-32. Second place, tied, 10-33. Maddie, Jay, and Chris.
That didn't sound good.
That didn't sound good.
That did not sound, yeah.
Fourth place is Dean at 9-34, and in last is Ortiz at 7-36. So it seems like you're
Yeah.
so it seems like you have another punishment on your hands, buddy. Should I make a wheel right now, or
so no, make the wheel. We'll do it now.
yeah, I still have all the punishments from last time over here. I'm just gonna
We have a
make the
few that
wheel.
we wanted to add. We definitely have a few that we wanted to add.
Honestly, can I volunteer to do the hamster ball one?
No, you can't want to do it. It's a punishment.
Bro, but we'd all
Complete
have
opposite.
fun with it. We'd all
No.
have fun.
This
We
is
just want your
true.
misery, not fun.
You know how it is with the
Agreed.
wheel, Ortiz. That thing's
Yeah.
sacred. You got to let the wheel speak.
If
Yeah.
it does decide that, then that's your fate. But
That's
like,
fate,
if it
yeah.
does not decide that, then you're just a beat. But Ortiz, not only is this going to be a new punishment for you, this is also now your second punishment.
It is.
You still have to take a bus ride to Buffalo and there and back, while not doing anything in Buffalo, just pointlessly, aimlessly taking a bus ride to Buffalo and
Yeah.
back.
I'm actually really excited for that. I was going to really get a lot of me time. I was going to really reevaluate myself as a human being.
As you should.
And yeah, so I'm waiting on that one. It's gonna be a real healthy retreat for me. Probably not gonna talk to you
Respect,
guys again, but by hour 7, I'm gonna realize, wow, this life ain't for me, and then I might become Aaron Rodgers. and go up
You
and
might
down.
move to Buffalo full time.
I might move to Buffalo.
You
So
might just move to
what
I,
did
Buffalo.
we
I might
wanna
become a
add?
Saber.
What did we want to add besides
Well,
the ones that I had?
We're adding the hamster ball.
You got the hamster ball. Yep.
Yeah,
We're adding
put that one 3 times though.
What was the other one? The fuck.
Fuck.
The fuck.
The fuck.
We could add that.
We should add that. Add that to the wheel.
No,
All right, if we
anything
get
with
it,
that.
then yeah, I'll put the fuck. All right.
Oh, God.
All right.
What-
So,
so,
we have
like,
9
if
options here.
If that gets got, what
That's
is
a
it?
free space. That's a free space. Then.
No,
Nah.
it's definitely not a free
Damn.
space.
The
All right.
fuck.
Spin that wheel.
All right. Here we go, Ortiz. Spun.
Show
Put
the
that shit on
people.
cam. Well, I can't read that. Why am I looking?
Me neither.
All right. Well, it says you have to run a 5K in a random costume of our choice.
That's not even that bad.
That's
honestly.
really
That's
not
pretty
bad.
cool.
And a 5K is like not a lot at all.
No,
by
I
the
know
way.
it's not. I know it's not. But what else is on there? I'm very
How
curious
much is a
what else is on
5K
there.
in American measurement?
I think it's close to 2 miles. I want to
Wait.
say.
It should be 3.7 miles.
Is it 3?
3.7 miles.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty cool, Ortiz. It definitely could have been
pretty
worse
cool.
for you.
Oh, it definitely could. It definitely could have been worse.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have fun with that, I think.
3.1 miles. Yeah,
What costume?
3.1.
It's a costume of our choice or his choice?
Our choice.
What
hours.
costume are we gonna make him wear?
We're gonna have to decide that. I don't know.
Yo,
yet.
I'm gonna
Gonna
be
have to look.
honest. It'd be elite to watch him do that in like a sumo costume, like
We're naked.
No.
in like a big ass costume that's gonna
Nah,
make
I
it
feel
even
like-
worse.
I feel like one of those inflatable costumes. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No,
I
that's
think
I- hot in
but
there.
I would.
I think
would.
I'd collapse of heat exhaustion if
That's
I
the
did.
point.
I think
Yeah, no,
I
I'd rather
don't
it be
want to
something,
collapse
like
of exhaustion.
embarrassing.
Yeah, like
All right, so how about like a dress?
Velma from Scooby Doo.
That's a good one. That's a
I
good
do have
one.
the legs to wear a skirt.
Yeah,
we should make him wear a dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing's settled yet, but
Like a
those are some
sundress.
good ideas. Yeah.
Oh, a
we'll-
sundress would go crazy. I'd break
Sundress
everyone's
would-
neck.
we'll get it out there.
Well, now we have time to decide on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll decide on your 8-hour ride to Buffalo. That's probably when we'll make our decision. So we'll send you off on that eventually. We
Decision.
just gotta split it 5 ways for that. So
Makes
Ortiz, you're literally paying for a fifth of that trip.
I know it's decided. I still think it makes no sense. I mean,
What do you?
I'm
So
still
slow,
paying
it's
because
crumble.
it's a 4v1. So like, and BAllGAme podcast is a democracy, and that's what we believe in. But
That's true.
I will not agree with it. But it is what it is, as the kids say.
It is what it is, yes, sir. Just like it is what it is that the Miami Heat are now eliminated and the Denver Nuggets are the NBA champions. As Game 5 ended with a score of 94-89, and Denver captures its first NBA championship with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray leading the way throughout the entirety of the series, it seems. And what are your thoughts? Early analysis, immediate thoughts on the fact that the Denver Nuggets have now won their first NBA championship.
Very well deserved. It was pretty obvious all season, but most of us just didn't really accept it until now, for some reason, because we're all
Was it
stupid.
obvious? Was it obvious?
I
Yeah,
mean,
really
they've been the
wasn't.
best team all season
fluke run,
but they weren't.
We'll give it to them.
for the most part.
But the Bucks and Celtics were arguably better. Like,
I mean, for the entirety of the season, they were the best team since they made it all the way to the finals.
well,
while those other two teams
obviously,
didn't.
but like he's talking about regular season in general. That's what he was getting at. But yeah, no, they were incredibly doubted coming into the playoffs. Like people thought that the Timberwolves would give them like a run for their money too. So like nobody really looked at the Nuggets as like them, but here they are.
Beating a bunch of 8 and 7 seeds.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much. I mean, there is a lot to say, but there's really not much to say. They really just dominated their way through the playoff run.
Yeah.
Every obstacle and adjustment that all 4 teams they played through with them, they had an answer for every single one. So, I mean, like you said, it was very well deserved. They were clearly the best team this season. So, and
They weren't.
this is the start of a dynasty, TBH. I mean, we've
agree.
talked about it before, but they have their guys locked up. You know, some of the role players will be able to be interchangeable, but with the core of Jokic and Murray, it's going to be scary there in Denver for
And then
years.
MPJ and Aaron Gordon as well are still locked up for a couple more years.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably lose Bruce Brown. There ain't no fucking way that they get Bruce Brown back in free agency. There's just no way. I don't see it.
He's
I
on
don't see a
player
world
option, right?
for $6 million.
Bro,
Which
he might opt into that
Yeah,
shit.
no,
I'm not
ain't
gonna lie.
no way, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like he's the type of dude who likes winning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, bro, he can make double that on like a
Seen holding
5-year
that Finals
deal,
MVP
if
trophy,
not more.
bro.
Yeah, he was holding, bro. He was holding it. Yeah.
Okay,
Jokic
but-
didn't want it.
But
Jokic
what
didn't
if
want it.
Bruce Brown he holds and he goes crazy this season, and then he gets maybe $15 million per year. He gets more money next year.
I think he gets paid $15 million a season right now. I think
Well,
I think he
well,
can end up
but-
with a 4-year, $60 million contract from somewhere.
Well, the case is, what if he plays better next season and then asks for more money and gets paid more
Yeah, I don't
money?
know. I think there's a
But-
world where he looks at it like, yo, no one wanted me. Denver came and took a chance on me. So, like, here's me paying them back. I know I'm going to get paid next year regardless. Let's go run this back and win another ring. I don't know. It's an interesting situation.
I mean, I
could see
think
it.
Denver gets bird rights if he stays for another season. Or maybe he'd have to sign like a 2-year deal or 1-year extension or something like that. But I don't know. I don't see a world where it's possible that they retain him. Like honestly, I think, and players should look at it this way. You got to be afraid of injury. You got to lock up generational wealth. Like yes, he's already made enough money to where he's probably set for the rest of his life. But like a 4-year, $60 million contract changes everything for the people that come after you too. So I don't know if that's on the table for him. If not a little more money too, I think it's wild for him to decline that. To be honest, I think it's too much money to pass up. But
yeah, fuck Bruce Brown. Let's talk about the game.
This was the best game of the finals, I feel, and it wasn't really all that close, if I'm being entirely honest. It felt like the refs were letting them play for much of this game, which was also just great and honestly fantastic. I thought there was pretty much one bad call throughout the entirety of this game, and that was the Jimmy Butler shot. That was just atrocious. But aside from that, I feel like the refs, honestly, and I never say this, I feel like nobody ever does. I feel like they were pretty decent tonight. And also, just, I guess we'll start on the Heat side. Jimmy Butler, bro.
Great game.
Fuck.
Yeah, real good.
You said
He's-
great game?
He's a lot better than prime James Harden.
Yeah,
He really is. This Jimmy
I'll take
Butler is
I'll take
good.
prime James Harden. Now, at least prime James Harden will get you to 7 games.
All right, please stop, bro. Please stop.
I don't even
stop.
know what to say.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
argue it because I have no ground to stand on right now, but let's
You
not
haven't
act like
had ground
James
to
Harden
stand on
has it.
since
That's
you-
just not true. Let's not act like James Harden has not gone out sorry. Like, let's not do that because he
Indeed,
has.
yes.
He has.
I
He
just
has,
don't
but
even know what to say,
It's
though.
7 games.
The Heat role players, we were questioning them a lot of the series. They haven't shown up, and they haven't had great games as a whole. They didn't have great games as a whole tonight, but it felt like they gave you all they had, and they were just waiting for Jimmy to take them home. I mean,
Mhm.
He tried.
yeah, Jeff Van Gundy was begging for Jimmy Butler to just
Yes.
take the game over, and it just wasn't happening until it felt like it was too late, honestly, in my opinion. I thought Kyle Lowry was incredible in this
Oh, my
game.
God.
I thought Kyle Lowry, honestly, was incredible in the finals as a whole.
I feel like he was incredible for most of the playoffs in
Yeah,
general.
I thought he had a
honestly.
really good
Yes.
playoff run after people kind of wrote him off. So that's good to see for Kyle Lowry. Bam, it was a great first half, and then he kind of went invisible in the second half, which was not good for them. And I mean, a lot of credit to Denver's defense, honestly.
Yep. All series.
Jokic,
All series.
Jokic this series, that was probably the best stretch of defensive basketball he's played in his career, honestly. Like, he was just incredible on the defensive end. Jamal Murray, too, with the active hands. MPJ was solid on defense. And honestly, like, Jokic won the finals MVP, but, like, the dark horse, the low-key MVP was Aaron Gordon.
Agreed.
Trunks' X factor. He was most definitely the most valuable player for them this series. It just felt like when Aaron Gordon was going, the team was going. When Aaron Gordon wasn't going, the team was struggling. So shout out to Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon was phenomenal all series, whether he filled up the box score or not. Obviously, game 4, he had a ridiculous 27-point game. But like, outside of that, his defense on Jimmy throughout the entirety of this series, and then honestly, like, it needs to be mentioned since it's all over now, his defense on every star player in every single series was unbelievable. And he was everything that the Nuggets could have asked for and more. That trade obviously is completely vindicated, and you could have paid more and it still would have been worth it. But Aaron Gordon has been worth every penny for the Denver Nuggets, and like, he's probably the third member of that big 3. Like, we obviously looked at Michael Porter Jr. being that third guy in the big 3, but it is Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is that guy, and he's everything the Nuggets could ask for. He's the perfect running mate for Jokic. So right
I don't
next.
know if he's the number 3.
I'm just saying
close.
third best. He was the third best player on this team.
Yeah, it depended on the night. I feel like.
No,
I
he
feel
was-
like
no, he was
he
the
was
third best player.
absolutely the third best player on this team.
100%.
It did not depend on the night. He was the third best player on this team.
I don't know.
What do you mean? You don't? What don't you
What
know?
do you mean? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You
I
think
just
there's
feel
an
He is or
argument
he
that
isn't,
Michael
bro?
I just
Porter Jr. had a better playoff run than Aaron Gordon?
not as a whole. I don't know if he's the third best player on this team. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
Who is?
I think I'd rather have Michael Porter on my team as in a big three than Aaron Gordon.
But Aaron Gordon just won a
But-
title as the third best player on a
I
championship team.
guess he did. You're right.
Like
guess.
Michael Porter Jr. went invisible and got taken out of the finals at multiple different points for Bruce Brown.
And then
True.
he became Charles Barkley,
Yeah,
grabbing
he did.
every rebound ever.
Oh
He did
yeah,
become Charles Barkley.
yeah. He was.
But Aaron
rebounding the shit
Gordon
out of the ball.
did that shit for like 6 games. Well, not fucking Charles Barkley shit, but like he was doing ridiculous stuff for 5 games, defending, and then obviously the 27-point effort, filled up the box score in most of these games. Honestly, I want to look at what he averaged throughout these finals because I feel like his passing was also incredibly good this entire series as well. But like Aaron Gordon was amazing.
I made a tweet about this yesterday. I don't know if you guys have watched any Jarris Walker film, the prospect from Houston.
I saw your
I see a lot of Aaron Gordon and Jarris Walker. Just like the assist numbers don't show the full story for how good of playmakers those guys are.
Bro.
I'm sure his assist numbers are probably at like 4. Aaron Gordon. That would be my guess, like 4.3.
For the finals, he had 1 assist, 6 assists, 5 assists, 2 assists, and 1 assist.
That's
So he did
probably
not
about
average 5.
4.3.
It's probably
4.3.
I'd say it's like 2.5.
Yeah.
3 maybe.
Yeah.
But it was just an incredible effort. He's a solid playmaker. He does a little bit of everything. He's exactly what you could ask for Aaron Gordon to be. And this was probably his worst game of the series, and he was still incredibly impactful. So
I'm a little
I don't
bit
know.
surprised on the Heat's end because we didn't do a game 4 recap. I thought schematically in game 4 they got severely outcoached. I thought Michael Malone just as a coach picked them apart, and it was weird because it felt like they went to no zone in game 4, but in games 2, 3, and even tonight they had success in the zone.
I feel like they were getting pieced up in the zone tonight.
They were getting pieced, but also you're going to get pieced up. And like going against a passer like Jokic, you're going to get pieced up to some extent, but they were getting what they wanted out of the zone. They were forcing turnovers and forcing some threes out of it. For the moment, you're going to get pieced up by Jokic regardless.
Yes, but it would have
I
looked a lot worse if the Nuggets were making shots and they were just
100%.
missing amazing looks all
100%,
night.
but
That was the issue.
Yeah,
That
but
was all
that's
season.
what you want out of the zone. You know what I mean? You're going to give if you're playing the zone, you're going to give those looks to those other guys. You're playing the zone to funnel like clog up the paint.
Yes. No, I agree. But still, at a certain point, Jokic was still getting the ball in the middle and then floater.
I'm not saying they stopped him. I'm just saying they had success in the zone
at points
in the 3 close games in the series, games 2, 3, and 5. Because tonight was a close game. They definitely had a chance to win. But then game 1 and 4, where they had virtually no chance, they went to no zone. So I was a little bit surprised by that.
This is crazy, bro. 5 of 28 from 3. They shot 18.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was really bad,
bro. I wrote in my notes because I actually took notes for this game. They made the threes that mattered, like the biggest threes of the entire game. I felt like they were going down.
I've been saying that all series. The shooting numbers, the percentages, they don't reflect like what was going on. Like Bruce Brown making a shit ton of just timely threes.
Yep.
KCP probably
especially in game 4.
KCP probably shot sub 25% from 3 in the series. He had a bunch of timely.
Had a huge big one tonight. Yeah. Jamal had a fucking corner 3 at one point in this game while Denver was going on their run, and I think it put them up, and it was like, or maybe it was the MPJ pull-up 3 that put them up for like the first time, which was also a crazy fucking shot, especially after he pulled that fast break layup out where he went behind the back and then put that crazy. Bro, that was ridiculous. And then I texted in the chat, I'm like, yo, this is like #1 high school recruit Michael Porter Jr. coming out right now.
That was pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
I
know.
No, that was definitely pushing it a lot, I feel.
Bro, but he had his back-to-back plays where it was like, yo, what the hell? Like Michael Porter Jr. is making this little next season I said he was going to be an all-star. That's going to be one of my bold predictions. I'm already ruining it
High
now.
school,
But
Michael
like
Porter Jr. averaged 40. Crazy.
Nah, I know, bro. He was crazy. He was ridiculous. Before all the injuries and stuff, Michael Porter Jr. was really different, but he's turned into a great role player. He's accepted his role. I mean, that's also not something that's super easy to do. Like he's accepted the role that they've given to him. And yeah, I mean, he's been incredible on the boards, especially, and,
Yeah,
and very solid on
He's
defense.
trying. He might not be executing it all the time. Sometimes he gets exposed on defense, but he's at least trying to give them something, even when the shot's not falling. So you got to respect him and applaud him for that, because he really struggled scoring the ball in this final series. But he was trying his ass off, trying to make winning plays. So, and
he was doing everything else.
Yeah, and I think that's just such a huge credit to Coach Michael Malone. Honestly. Yep. Yeah, like
are we going to argue that he's the best coach in the league now? Because he might
probably.
be. He probably is.
It's close.
I'd probably still take Spo, just because Spo's has the 2 rings on his name, 4 finals appearances. So I'd probably still take Spo, but no, Michael Malone coached his ass off this entire playoff run. He didn't answer for everything every team threw at him. Like it was really incredible.
Yeah, it needs to be said how well the 2 stars for this team defended throughout the entirety of the playoffs, especially given that those were the biggest question marks on the defensive side of the ball for this team. Like Jamal Murray defended his ass off the entirety of these playoffs. Nikola Jokic was unbelievable throughout. I feel every game in this playoff run, except for maybe 2 games in Phoenix. Like, sure, Anthony Davis would have his explosion, or Bam Adebayo averaged over 20, but like, regardless, Jokic was unbelievable. Whether he needed to come all the way up on screens, play drop coverage, it was just a mix of everything, and I feel like he did it as well as you could have even asked the guy to do it.
Yo, I'm sorry. Ortiz, why the fuck are you wearing headphones on your neck?
Oh, it's I didn't realize they were on, but it's from my PlayStation.
Got it. Sorry.
Were you playing the show?
No, I'm not playing anything at the moment. It's actually
no. I said, were you?
Oh, I was playing the show, yeah.
Nice. But yeah, just shout out to the Stars of Denver, man. Like, and they're still incredibly young, as you said before, Chris. Like, this could be the makings of a dynasty. Like, we could be looking at the next NBA dynasty, and that was the title of one of our podcasts. Which go watch one of those, by the way. But yeah, it's just unbelievable. Jeff Green got his first ring after playing in the NBA for so many seasons. Ish Smith, the same thing after playing for 45 teams.
DeAndre
Jordan. Did you see the mic'd up thing of him? He was telling John Moore, yo, 12 more minutes. You got this, young fella. You got this. Get me there. My boy wanted that ring.
Get me there is comedy.
Get me there is crazy. Get me there is crazy.
DeAndre Jordan first minute burn in a closeout game of the NBA Finals in 2023 is nuts.
I had to like message and say that to everyone. Nuts. And then he got a block.
Yeah.
I was about to say I didn't watch the first quarter of this game at all. Like at all.
He didn't look like old. He looked.
He didn't look that washed. He was fine in the. I think he played maybe 3 minutes.
He played 3 minutes.
In the 3 minutes he played, he was not a negative on the court.
Yeah.
Well, he quite literally was a -2, but like I get what you mean. I know what you mean.
He looked okay.
No.
Maybe we have a few more years left of DeAndre Jordan.
Let's go.
I don't know if he's ever getting
more rings.
I don't know if he's getting legit playoff burn ever again, but like 3 minutes.
I mean, he didn't get legit playoff burn. He had 10 minutes the entire.
Bro, he got it, but the thing is, he got it in the first quarter. It's not like it was a blowout. Like,
Jokic
3 minutes in a fucking closeout game is legit playoff.
Yeah, you had Jokic and Gordon both in foul trouble. Aaron Gordon had played like 7 minutes in the first half. He had like 3 fouls in the
too early, right? Jokic had too early.
Jokic and so did Jamal. They were in foul trouble early.
Yeah,
this was the game, man. This was the game for Miami to get back into it. But Jamal and Jokic combined for 10 turnovers in this game. If there is a blemish, it makes sense. Jamal had a literal perfect game 4 where he had 10 assists and no turnovers. But just All right. Now we get to the main portion of this. Now we get to this part. Nikola Jokic was unbelievable throughout the entirety of this playoff. Like, we're talking one of the greatest statistical playoff runs we've ever seen. I'm pretty sure he broke the record for most triple doubles in a single postseason run. Damn near averaged a 30-point triple double for the entirety of this playoff run. He's a 2-time MVP. Could have been 3. Now a Finals MVP. Is Nikola Jokic a top 15 player to ever play this game?
No.
No. Not top 15.
Not top 15.
Not yet. He's on the track to get there, yeah. But, like, I mean, there's just some guys he's not above yet. If he says, like, top 20, maybe?
I would say he's in that top 20, 25 range, off the top of my head. I haven't thought about this at all. This is my first thinking about it. He's like top 20, 25 range.
I'd agree with that.
Okay. All right, I'll ask this. Is Jokic above Dirk all time, though?
That's tough because he obviously has an extra MVP.
I'm saying no.
You gotta put Jokic ahead of Dirk. You know why? And I like took a while to come around to Jokic, but you gotta put him above Dirk. Because when you're ranking these players, we gotta remember that we gotta rank them with our eyes too. And my eyes just simply tell me Jokic is better at basketball than Dirk. Plus, he has the accolades that make the case. So yeah, I'd take Jokic over Dirk.
That's fair. I think they're very close, the two of them. But
I mean, if he stays on this pace, if he does this again next season, obviously I'm gonna lean towards yes. I think it's just a longevity thing at this point. That's why
I was about to say, yeah.
All right.
I think longevity is a big thing.
The thing is, though, he doesn't even have to accomplish anything else.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of against Dirk, in comparison to Dirk, he don't got to do shit else.
Okay, so
he's probably not going to be a top 10 scorer of all time like Dirk. We know that.
But he doesn't need to be.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He needs that against.
He needs
that against Dirk, though.
No, it's not against Dirk.
Like for Jokic. I don't know how to say it.
For Dirk against Jokic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use that and as the argument, but I don't know. Like Jokic just being on the court, he doesn't have to win any more MVPs or even any more rings at this point in terms of versus Dirk. He just has to put up some numbers and then he's going to be top whatever in assists and rebounds and whatever the fuck he just has to be on the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
So barring any real injury, like he's gonna surpass Dirk. Like we know he's gonna surpass Dirk. So
if he hasn't already,
so there's no reason not to say it. Like we know he's gonna be better than Dirk. So what are we waiting for? Him to log 300 more games?
Yes.
Okay, who fuck cares?
But here's my thing. After he logs those, like what? Like then what? Like we're gonna be like, oh, he was better than Dirk in the first place, anyways. Like
we're talking about longer. That's the only thing.
Okay, but if that's your argument now, we're now talking. It doesn't make sense anymore because it's not like Jokic hasn't been great for an extended period of time now. He's had 6 straight years of being one of the best players in the NBA now. We're talking the last 3. Arguably been the best player in the NBA. And now it's not even arguable anymore. But yeah, sure, I get it. Do it for a longer period of time because Dirk did it for 17 years of being great, whatever it is. But at the same time, Dirk hasn't had
Jokic's peak just clears Dirk's
That's
peak.
exactly what my next point was going to be. The Dirk at no point in his career was his peak equivalent. Or even, I'm sorry, no disrespect to Dirk, but even remotely close to what we're witnessing from Jokic.
I'd say remotely close. I'll give Dirk remotely close, but yeah, I think Jokic's peak clears, and also Jokic is still peaking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and it seems like he has the type of game that it's not like it's gonna get worse with time. It's
really just about when he decides to go back to the horses.
He'll be able to play for as long as he wants to. Yeah, that's the thing. Barring any injuries, you said before. Okay, the next one I'll ask. Kevin Garnett. Is he greater all time than Kevin Garnett?
So I say yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think NBA Twitter and like basketball discourse, they have some fascination with Kevin Garnett. Everyone
Yes.
loves Kevin Garnett. And like,
Bro, some people say he's like better than Tim Duncan.
yeah, like
Which stop.
I don't
Just
see. He was a great player, like all time.
amazing.
Anything is possible. But if I'm gonna take Jokic ahead of Dirk, I'm taking Jokic ahead of Kevin Garnett too.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
So you would have
can't
Dirk
take him
ranked
over
higher
one.
all time than Kevin Garnett?
100%.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they're back to back on an all-time list, KG and Dirk. But
Ortiz, what
again,
about
that's
you?
why
I think there's no reason not to take Dirk over Kevin Garnett.
the defense.
I was about to say.
I know, but Dirk reached the highest of heights as the number one guy. KG was the number one guy for all those years and didn't do shit. They were a number one seed there in Minnesota, and he got upset.
I never really got the chance to go back and like look at what those rosters even looked like because people were saying like their biggest. I was about to say their biggest argument for Kevin Garnett is the fact that those rosters were ass. Like the fact that he was dragging those teams to like being as good as they were, and the fact that like Tim Duncan had like this amazing team, which he did. Obviously, we all know that.
Yeah, but look what Dirk did with fucking dog shit. He beat the Heatles.
True. That's
like,
very
I don't
true.
know.
I don't know if he had dog shit. He didn't have dog shit.
Not dog shit, but you know what I mean. KG didn't have necessarily dog shit either. He had NBA players. He had Latrell. He had Sam Cassell.
He had Wally Zerbiak.
Those are solid players at that moment. At those points
Wally
in time.
Zerbiak was cool.
No, like they got high seeds a few times. I don't know. I don't know why everyone loves giving KG a pass for underachieving. I don't see it. I just see no reason to put KG ahead of Dirk.
Okay, fair. This is a tough one, but all right. Jokic or Dr. J? It's a weird one.
This is a weird one.
It's a very weird one.
This is a weird one. I'm going to go with Dr. J because he was around for the merger. He had more impact on the game of basketball.
Honestly, like you're trolling a little bit, but like I kind of agree.
I'm spitting though, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jokic could this is one where I think the longevity matters a little bit.
That's fair.
And like like Ortiz said, what Dr. J did for the game. Dr. J has everything in the argument, you know what I mean? He has the accolades, he has the eye test that you can make the argument, and then overall what he meant for the game. So I'd slightly lean Dr. J.
I'd agree.
Jokic or Moses Ka?
Moses Ka. Oh, that's tough. I'd
take Jokic. Moses Malone was a plumber.
No. It's like the best rebounder ever.
He is, but like
he rebounded against you and me.
That's true too.
That's crazy, bro. We gotta stop with that shit. Man's just playing against the men's league, the realtors.
Yeah.
He's hooping against.
He led the league in rebounds 6 times. He averaged 17.6 boards a game for a season. That's crazy.
I'd take Yoke.
I'm taking Yoke.
Give me Moses.
This one's an eye test.
As if I've watched Moses.
I guess
yeah.
From what I've watched of Moses, like it's nothing impressive. It's just some rebounds here, some there. Like,
yeah.
Jokic is making fucking no-look lob passes out of the post, fucking step back, Dirk fadeaway threes, and Anthony Davis's throat piece. Like, come on, what are we talking about?
Bro, my thing is, we were like, there was discourse prior to like him playing Anthony Davis that like AD was like the guy to stop him, and then he made AD look like a fucking traffic cone. Like he couldn't do shit. So yeah, Jokic is probably, and I tweeted this out. I said that Jokic is like inarguably, in my opinion, now at this point, a top 10 most skilled player to ever play this game. Period. That like, what is there on the basketball court?
Period.
Period. Like, what is there that this man cannot do offensive? There's not a thing. Top 10 most skilled basketball player ever. All
right, what's the next one?
All right.
Let's get to the heavy hitters.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right, the next one, Charles Barkley.
I mean, Jokic.
It hurts that Chuck doesn't have the ring.
Yeah, so I'll say Jokic.
Yeah,
Like,
I got it.
Personally, I'd put the other guys ahead of Charles Barkley. Personally.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Next up, now I think I don't know. You guys are probably not going to argue this one at all. It's probably just a simple one for you guys, but Karl Malone. Don't just.
It's tough because Karl doesn't have the rings, but like
doesn't have the ring. He doesn't have a.
Well, yeah, yeah. I'd take Karl Malone personally, just because he has the 2 MVPs. Also, he's third all time in scoring.
That's the only thing that I feel like buoys him. It's the third all time in scoring that really puts him over. But I'm taking
buckets for a while.
I'm taking Jokic.
I'd take the one who isn't Jokic for now.
Fair.
Fuck. I'll take Jokic.
Nice. Wow. I did not expect that one. Okay. This is where I think it now. Shout out Justin Delceni first of all, because this is one that he brought up. This man has hit me up. If that does not sound like a clap, by the way.
No, it doesn't sound good.
It sounds good on my end.
So. Sounds like a pterodactyl.
How do you know what a pterodactyl sounds like?
Have you watched Jurassic Park?
How do they know what pterodactyls sound like?
Well, I guess none of us really do know what pterodactyls sound like, but like we could assume. Shout out Justin Delceni, the man. He's been one of our biggest fans of this podcast for a while now. He's been hitting me up in DMs, talking Nuggets, talking basketball in general. He hit us up in the BAllGAme DM actually today. And this argument is for you. You posed the question to us. Is there an argument for Jokic being greater all time than Kevin Durant after winning this ring?
No.
And my answer is yes.
How?
I'm saying no.
Okay. Because Kevin Durant. Well, okay, this is gonna sound rough, but like I know we're gonna say that Kevin Durant was the best player on the Warriors because he was the best player on the Warriors. But the thing is, he was the best player on a team that had Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. Any other time that Kevin Durant has been the best player on a championship caliber team, it has crashed and burned. Just stating that. The 2 rings that he has won, he had arguably the greatest basketball team ever assembled. So if we're talking about rings that probably count the absolute least, if we even do that,
it's still rings.
It's Kevin Durant's 2 rings.
There's still rings. He's a 2-time champion.
He wasn't even the leader of that team. He was not the leader of that team. He was. Bro, he had Steph Curry. He had another top
finals MVP.
I just got a notification, bro. The Jokic brothers hoist Coach Malone, and it's a video of the Jokic brothers just throwing Coach Malone up and down.
I saw that before. Jokic is now won as the undisputed best player. Undisputed, by the way, best player on his team. And not only that, everybody around, and I don't care. Like, I don't care what people say. Like, this could be an overrated argument, sure, but we just saw Jokic continuously make everybody around him so much better. just so much better. And and I know Kevin Durant is impossible to guard, but Kevin Durant doesn't have the playmaking ability that Jokic has. While Jokic has on the pretty much same level as Kevin Durant scoring the basketball. Just throwing that out there because I know that's not going to end up well.
Yo, turn your phone off off the internet.
Oh, shit.
Why?
That's my
Please,
recommendation
brother.
to you.
Oh, no.
We're losing you.
Oh, fuck. I will say Jokic is damn near what Kevin Durant is as a scorer of the basketball. Which I'm sorry, it's just it's just a fact. It's just a fact. How is it not? Okay, time out. Their averages in terms of points, right? Right. If we're just talking about being unguardable, Jokic is more efficient. Jokic, and yes, it's because he's a 7-footer and he scores in the paint, whatever. He shoots incredibly high percentage from mid-range. He doesn't take a high volume of threes, but he still shoots an incredibly high percentage from three. My thing is, once he gets in the paint, he is unstoppable. He has arguably the greatest touch we've ever seen from a basketball player ever. That's in the bank. Not only that, his playmaking opens up everything else for him. And that's what could take Kevin Durant. And we've seen it the last couple of years. Has it taken him out of the game? No, but at the same time, sending a double to Kevin Durant doesn't harm you nearly as much as sending a double to Nikola Jokic. It just doesn't. Jokic is more than willing to send the extra pass. And I'm not saying Kevin Durant isn't, but it's just he's not always the most capable of doing that. The way Jokic handles double teams, the way Jokic handles single coverage is far better than Kevin Durant is capable of doing. And I'm just throwing that out there. As a scorer, they are on almost the same basis, in my opinion. Just in terms of dominance, pure level of dominance as a scorer, they are on the same level. Then you add Jokic's playmaking. And is Kevin Durant better on defense? Sure, maybe he's better. It depends, honestly, if we're being completely honest. What Kevin Durant are we getting? But no, I don't know. I'm guessing it a little bit on the defensive side of the ball, but overall.
You think Jokic is top 5 scorer of all time?
5 to 10?
How?
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
What did Coach Spo say? That's the untrained eye?
Wow.
No, that's not what he was referring to.
No, that's
they asked him, "Are you trying to make him?" That's not the untrained eye.
That's
Stop
what
it,
I'm
bro.
referring to.
I'm sorry, efficiency
top 5
matters.
to 10 scorer of all time?
Efficiency matters.
It does matter, but
that's crazy.
No.
But if you're here's my thing. If you're scoring 30 points per game,
he's not scoring 30 points per game.
He did it this entirety of the playoffs.
Yes, he did it. We're talking about these guys on an all-time ranking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jokic did over 20 games, and you're doing it at an all-time record.
Okay, so even if he's not the level of scorer that Kevin Durant is, he's not far off. He's definitely not as far off in terms of scoring that he is in terms of play than Kevin Durant is in terms of playmaking, and that's fact. Kevin Durant is further away from Jokic's playmaking than Jokic is from his scoring. Sure. Fact.
Yeah,
fact.
I don't argue that. No, I don't think anyone could argue that.
And then if we're talking about defense, Jokic was unbelievable throughout the entirety of this playoff run on defense. And not only that, we're talking about against Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, who we all said was going to piece him up in the pick and roll.
Matt.
You keep bringing up 20 games in an all-time argument.
That doesn't matter, but like we're talking, KD during his title runs was playing at an all defensive level. Like, let's not compare their defense, please.
Your recency
you were
bias
the same guy who was pushing for Kevin Durant to even win a Defensive Player of the Year. I didn't forget about his shot blocking.
Yes,
his
during the
Warriors, so good. Thought he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a stretch.
He was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and I was definitely pushing for him to be named the Defensive Player of the Year for a little while. But I will also say it's just overall the talent of Jokic of being able to make the guys around him better as a whole, in my opinion, that gives him the edge. That is what I take, being that he is the undisputed best player on this team. Because I'm sorry, like as much as we could say that Kevin Durant was the best player on that team, Steph Curry was right there. Like right there. If Kevin Durant's here, Steph Curry's right here.
That's not a reason that Jokic is better than KD.
all time. If we're talking about a guy being the number one, undisputed, best player on his team winning a championship, that matters. These two rings,
I don't think it
from Kevin
matters as much
Durant,
as you're saying.
bro, you had the greatest basketball team ever assembled around him. What has he done by himself?
There's still 2 rings. There's still 2 rings.
But what has he done by himself? Every team that he's had has crashed and burned. Yeah, nice. It's a fact. It's a fact. And then Jokic finally gets a healthy team. And look at what he does. I'm just saying. Is he above him now? Maybe not. But there's an argument. I don't think there's no argument.
No. Stand on it. Do you think Jokic is better all time than Kevin Durant? That's okay.
So do you think this man Jokic is like a top 10 player ever?
Kevin Durant's not a top 10 player ever.
He's like 11th or 12th.
No, he's not. No, he's
not. What is he?
I'd have him at like 15-ish.
I'd have him close to 15. Agreed. I think Jokic is a top 15 player ever. Yes. I don't think he's a top 10 player. I don't think he's scratching the top 10 yet. But I think he can. So that's just my opinion.
Who are you taking all time? Jokic or Oscar Robertson? Two triple-double machines.
Give me the big O.
Give me Jokic.
Bro, it's the big O. Come on.
Nice.
Give me Jokic.
All
I mean,
right.
it's also like I didn't watch this guy. Like I can't give you a basis for me picking him Jokic over him. Like I didn't watch Oscar Robertson, so I don't know. But like I'm taking Jokic. I think he's like probably 13th all time right now, 14th all time. Giannis or Jokic all time?
Giannis.
I take Giannis.
I'm taking Giannis.
I'd agree, but would you take? So you would take Giannis or Kevin Durant all time?
No.
I would. I also would do that. Fucking KD's, bro. I hate Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. I got a hate for Kevin Durant agenda.
You're weird.
I think you're being a hater right now.
You're weird about it because you loved him when he was on the Warriors.
Yes, bro. I loved him when he was on the Warriors because like everything he did, bro. Nah, but it's not
Everyone
weird.
else hated him when he was on the Warriors.
Because everyone gasses him so much. Like, everyone gasses him so much now. And then here, I've seen the last 2 seasons that he's fucking flamed out. Like, flamed out.
Do people gas him?
What?
In what way do we gas him?
Flamed out is a little bit of a stretch for this year, too.
Yeah.
He was not regular season Kevin Durant. In the playoffs.
A little bit.
That's a problem. I expect, especially like for me, I want my best players to be better than their regular season selves in the playoffs. I value that more than anything else.
For most of Kevin Durant's career, he's been a playoff riser.
I agree on the Golden State Warriors and on the Thunder for much of his career on the Thunder, not all of it. But the last couple seasons, it's flamed out.
Last 2 seasons. Bro, this year I don't consider that flaming out.
Bro, he was not. I think he shot 44% from the field for the entirety of that Denver series. Like he was not. I'm sorry, he was not good. He was not like he was good, but I'm talking for Kevin Durant standards. He was not what I expect Kevin Durant to be in that Denver series. That's just how I
don't know if I'd say flamed out.
I guess because they gave the best fight.
Flamed out is like what LeBron did against the Mavs in 2011. That's flaming out. You know
okay, but we could say the Celtics series was him. They flamed out.
They
got fucking smoked.
Not disputing that. Not disputing that.
Okay, but this season, fine. I won't say flamed out, but Kevin Durant was not Kevin Durant in the playoffs this season. Of course, it's only 2 years, but like I'm throwing that out there. Like anytime I've seen KD have his squad, a squad where he's the undisputed best player, it just hasn't gone the way that I would like for it to go, which is why I have Jokic and Giannis above him. That's the only reason. So, I don't know.
I saw him as a 23-year-old carry a team to the finals.
He didn't necessarily carry them, but
kind of did.
Russell Westbrook was elite back then. Like, let's not do that.
Pretty good. He was pretty good.
I don't know. I'm just saying he was amazing, but then he lost to the Heat. But that's the Heatles, so like it's kind of just like whatever. I can't hold that against him. But
he did.
If he won that title, this argument is just stupid. Like, I don't even have this argument right now. Like, he's an undisputed top 10 player of all time. If he's won that one ring, that's how much that one ring.
He wasn't expected to win that ring.
I agree. No, I'm not saying otherwise. That's why I'm saying it wouldn't even be a question, because it'd be one of the best
no question
runs that exactly. He's a undisputed top 10 player of all time. If that was if that happened, but for that reason, like, I'm out. So
you're out because he didn't win that ring?
No, obviously I'm joking, but it's just in general. Every time I've seen KD be that number one guy, undisputed on a team that's not the greatest team of all time, yeah, I don't know. He's never won that ring by himself, so that matters.
Warriors merchant.
Fact. Bro put together a team in Brooklyn where he was like, "Yo, this is it, man. Like, this is it." Only for them to fucking suck. What?
They would have won if his foot was smaller.
Guess what? That's Kevin Durant's fault. Well, actually, it's probably his mom and dad's fault, but like,
I don't think it's their fault either.
I don't know. He did score 0 points in overtime though. After that,
I'm gonna be honest. That I'm not even holding that against him, because that was a fucking insane. He was insane that game. But like,
that was one of the craziest games I ever watched.
Oh yeah, we were all together for that.
No, we weren't. Me and Ortiz were supposed to link, and I told him, I said, "Ortiz, you must wait. I'm watching a Kevin Durant masterclass right now."
Chris, I swear to God, I thought I was at your place watching that game against the Bucks.
I was in my living room by myself, waiting to go meet with Ortiz.
Fuck was I?
I remember vividly.
Where was I watching
that game? Went to the pirate ship after.
Oh, nice. Good old Nelson. And I'm not talking Ortiz. Shout out Nelson Ortiz though. But
shout out Don Nelson, the coach.
We're just giving shout outs to everybody. But all right, so you guys do not think that Jokic is a top 15 player of all time? Fair.
He's like 17 for me.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, in that range. 17, 20.
Definitely top 20. I'll give him top 20. For sure.
I think he's locked that one up with this title, to be honest. I think he's definitely locked that one up. I don't think you could argue top 20 anymore, but I'm going to argue top 15. So but that's just me.
All right. 8 hours ago, Shams tweeted, Western Conference playoff contender, seriously pursuing a top 2 to 3 pick in this month's NBA draft with eyes on point guard, Scoot Henderson. And there was a video attached, and he was talking about the Pelicans. How do we feel?
It depends what the trade's looking like. Because if Brandon Ingram's a part of it, I don't think I'd do it if I was the Pelicans.
I 100% agree.
I feel like they have something good going on. They just need Zion to stay healthy.
I agree. I'm not ready to break up the core yet. And if I'm going to break up the core, it's not Brandon Ingram that I'm ready to trade.
Nope. Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I think it'd be wild if you traded BI. That's crazy to me if you trade BI for Scoot. I'm not saying that Scoot can't be better than Brandon Ingram, but I'm just saying, like, from what we've seen of Brandon Ingram, we already know he's a top, arguably 20 player in the league if he could stay healthy.
I mean, there were no reports of him being the one traded, right?
That was just
no. That's just people throwing shit out there. Yeah. Chris, you drew up a mock trade on Twitter.
I did draw up a mock trade on Twitter.
And I actually really liked that mock trade. But I don't know. I feel like maybe the Blazers ask for a little bit more. I don't know.
So the trade was the Pelicans acquire pick 3 from the Blazers, and the Blazers acquire Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniels, pick 14 in this year's draft, a 2024 first rounder via the Lakers, and a 2027 first rounder. It's a lot of shit.
It is, but like I feel like with what the Trailblazers are trying to do by trading that pick, I don't see why they would do that trade.
Yeah, if the Trailblazers are gonna, the Trailblazers are in a win now mode, and they're not gonna trade that pick for a bunch of younger players and more draft capital.
See, but here's my thing: you're getting Trey and Dyson, who I feel like there's still potential for Dyson to be a player. I think this season, to contribute to a winning basketball team. Not only that, Trey Murphy became one of the best catch and shoot players in the entire league this past season. And he's a capable defender, which you could plug right into next to Damian Lillard. Not only that, you also got these 3 draft picks out of that, which I feel like you can now swing in a separate trade with Anthony Simons. I don't think this would be the only move for the Blazers. I think it adds depth, which is necessary for you, number one. And then number two, I think you can make another move separate from this to then acquire somebody else to help Damian Lillard. I think that would be the best course of action. But I won't even pose it on the Blazers side. I will ask this. Do we even like the fit of Scoot, B.I., and Zion?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Okay.
They'll figure it out. And for everything you said, I completely agree. And then on top of that, if it doesn't work, the Blazers are still set up to we talk about the Blazers, how if they trade Damian Lillard, they're in a great spot. They're probably in, obviously, yeah, you want to have Scoot, generational prospect, all that shit. But you might even be in a better spot than having Scoot.
Agreed.
You have a young core of Dyson Daniels, Trey Murphy, Shaden Sharp, whoever you draft with this year's pick, and then a plethora of picks and tradable assets, Anthony Simons, whatever else. And you're going to get a bag for Damian Lillard.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's a fair trade. Like, if happens to be the trade, I doubt the trade I drew up will be the exact trade if it is to happen. But I think it's a fair trade. The Pelicans are giving up a shit ton of assets.
I
for a
think
guy who's yet to step foot on an NBA court.
I think the Pelicans would be slightly hesitant to include Trey Murphy. That's my only thing. That's the only thing that I think would hold this trade up. I think with all the assets involved in this, I think they'd be a little hesitant to include Trey Murphy. With that being said, I don't know if there's another player that includes Herb Jones that they can plug into this and it would still be as intriguing for the Blazers. Or maybe not as intriguing, but still willing to accept it. I feel like it might be Trey Murphy or bust in this trade, if that's like the case scenario, to be honest. I don't know, because I don't know if you do this with Herb, because I don't think Herb has the nearly the offensive upside in that, for that matter, that Trey Murphy has. So I don't know. It's tough. It's definitely tough. So I don't know, man.
Sure.
I would. Here's my thing. Or do you accept that if you're the Pelicans?
For Scoot?
I think I would.
You do.
Yeah. I think whenever you get the chance to get a generational talent in the draft, you take that trade. Especially when you're not trading your all-stars.
And I think the Pelicans know they're ready to win. Like it's time for them to win. And
such a weird fit.
I think they can win regardless. Like I think they're still a great team, even if they don't make that trade. They just got to stay healthy. But like you're looking at one of, if not the only big three in the league due to the new salary cap stuff. Like that, the depth might be a little bit shaky around the edges, but you have Scoot on a rookie contract. And Scoot's going to instantly come in and be a good NBA player. He might not be an all-star off the bat, but by year 3, he'll be an all-star.
So my thing is, though, I feel like it's a little bit of a weird fit. Like I just do. I don't love
a lot
the
of it
fit.
resides on Scoot developing his jump shot.
Exactly. That's a big thing. And I mean, I also think you're taking the ball out of Brandon Ingram's hands even more now. Like, because when Zion's healthy, you take the ball out of his hands quite a bit, and he becomes a little bit more of an off-ball player, which is understandably so. And then they have CJ McCollum as well. But now you're taking it out of his hands even more, because right now, coming into the league, Scoot's probably the most effective if he has the ball in his hands, if we're being entirely honest. So I don't know.
No, I think in today's NBA, you want as many guys who could create as possible, honestly.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
3D stuff's overrated.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know.
It really just depends on how
Scoot
develops as a shooter, though. Like, that's what makes it work, if he becomes a reliable three-point shooter.
Agreed.
I think he will. I don't think he's ever going to be like a 40% guy, but
I was about to say 36, 37? If you could get to that. Okay, fair enough. If you could just be a 37%,
as long as you could do what like Ja
does.
Guy. Like even like Ja, I think Ja's shooting is fine. You know what I mean? Ja's not a 37% guy, but like Ja's, shooting could, like if you could pick any aspect of Ja's game that needs work, you would say shooting for sure. But like Ja's a good enough shooter, and Ja will have his games where he'll make threes. Like for a point guard that dynamic athletically, like I feel like that's all I could really ask.
Bro.
And Scoot's a much better mid-range shooter than Ja Morant. That's why I think Scoot's jump shot will be able to translate as time goes on.
Okay.
Because you look at these guys like D Rose, Westbrook, Demetrius, Jamel Morant, all these guys. Like I think Scoot's the best mid-range shooter coming out of those guys. So even a John Wall didn't develop his mid-range until years down the line.
Okay.
And he's
All
good
right.
mechanics.
Nah, he does. His jumper looks clean. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm the Pelicans, yeah, I guess generational talent. Just pair up as many as you can. I guess. Him and Zion would
Like
just be.
even if they do that trade, they're giving up a shit ton. They still have assets.
They still have so much. They're one of the deepest teams in the entire NBA right now.
Yeah.
So they'd still have so many.
Yeah,
good players.
I think if that opportunity presents itself, you have to do it.
Agreed.
I guess. Yeah. I'm probably with you on that. But
all right, what's next?
I believe you have a TikTok segment.
I do. So this is something we've done on the channel, I think. Once I did this, but I did it a little bit differently, a little bit different setup. And Pick a Side did this. Blind ranking NBA finals runs. We're gonna throw a twist on it. We're gonna throw a little twist on it. The twist is something we've done here before. So blind rank these NBA finals losers with the best player from the team that beat them. So we're blind ranking the losers if they added the best player from the team that beat them.
Okay. Did we all hear that?
Yes.
Who is it?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Chris, I think.
No, because I hear it.
I hear it when you talk.
I agree.
I hear it when Sully talks.
Wait, Ortiz.
Yeah, talk. Wait.
Hello?
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo,
Maybe an alien is communicating with us, bro.
Yo, be up in the fucking studio.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Could everyone try unplugging their shit and plugging it back in?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I ain't plugged in.
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello? Trunks, is it speak?
Hello there.
I kind of hear it when you speak.
I hear it when you speak.
I heard it a lot just now.
I heard it a lot when Matty J just tried to speak, and I didn't even hear Matty J.
Wow. This is fun.
Is that an alien? No, what is that? Is that him?
Yo. I don't know who's... I think that's... So, your mic's plugged in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's back.
Who the fuck is that?
It's the alien.
Yo, who?
Hello?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yo.
I think it's you, Ortiz, honestly. Hello?
Hello?
It was Ortiz.
Yeah.
Wow,
I knew
now we have 3 minutes of dead space on the podcast. Sick.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sullivan? You're muted, bro.
No.
That would help.
Oh.
Mic audio the same still?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Phenomenal. Bye, Ortiz.
Yeah, I don't know if he's coming back though.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Sorry for the technical difficulties to everyone listening. It's a shame that
Yes,
this
apologies.
is a podcast. It's a real shame.
It was going so well for an hour and like 2 minutes, and now it's
It
just
was. Yeah.
the last 2 minutes have just been rough.
Now we have a
Hello?
guest.
Hello?
Hello.
Dean, it is Dean. Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little
Where are
late,
you?
buddy, but where's your face?
Oh, you weren't saying come back to me.
Ortiz?
Oh, okay.
We're good.
We have multiple
Yeah.
guests now. Ortiz
All
is
right.
returned, and now we have Dean.
All right.
Dean,
So
where's
Dean
your-
was the
where's your
alien trying to
face?
get in. Nice.
Yeah, Dean, where's your face?
Not here right now.
You don't have
Where'd
a
it
light?
go?
I guess I could put a light on.
You probably
Be
should.
honest, we're filming a podcast on YouTube.
Yeah,
We are
it's
indeed
kind of.
doing that. There he
Bro
is.
was really gonna do this from the dark. All right, just in time. Blind rank these NBA Finals losers if they added the best player from the team that beat them. All right. So the first one is this is without knowing who's coming next. It's out of 5. The first one is the 2009 Magic if they added Kobe Bryant.
Ooh.
I think 3 is a safe option here because I don't know
I don't feel
I mean, we've
confident
seen
in the rest of that
it, like-
Magic team.
We've
I mean,
seen Kobe
Jameer
and
Nelson's cool. Hito Turkoglu's cool. Aaron Aflalo. They had a bunch of cool players.
There's nothing
but,
that pops off the page for me.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
got
So
people
who
are really
do you
good.
We're not
really
creating a
need?
big 3 here.
I think that could be 4th, honestly.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool for it.
3 or 4.
I think
Kobe
4.
and Dwight is enough to keep it at 4, but yeah, I'm putting it 4.
All right.
Okay, 4.
The 2006 Mavericks if they added D Wade.
2006 Mavericks. That's with Steve Nash, right?
No.
No.
5.
No.
No.
I'd
I'm not
put it
gonna-
5.
No,
5.
got 5. Yeah.
All right. Next one. Next one. The 2002 Nets if they added Shaq.
Ooh. Okay.
Fuck. I think we
6.
kind of sold on this one.
6.
No, put that 3.
That's
I
definitely
think
3.
that's worse than the Kobe Dwight one.
I
But-
agree.
Wow.
I agree with that. I think we fucked
But-
it already, but 3 it is.
But 3 it is, yeah.
I don't think that's that worse. I think
Trunks,
it's
can you
arguably
speak
better.
any louder or no?
I think that's arguably better. than
You
the
sound like you're
Magic.
underwater.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So do you.
Dean, is your phone sideways?
Yeah, Dean's fine.
Hello?
Someone's echoing it.
My phone is
Alright.
sideways.
Nice.
All right. The next one is the 2021 Suns with Giannis.
Got to be 2.
That is 2.
2 it is.
Consider 1, man. It's a good fucking team.
Well, we don't know who's next.
It's got to
I
be
feel
this
safe
one.
at 2.
Yeah.
Hello?
We sold.
We sold
so
already, so 2.
What,
All right,
what was
let's
it?
hear
What was the last one that we just did?
The 2021 Suns with Giannis.
I'm tempted to put them 1, but we'll put them 2, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. And the last one, the 2022 Celtics with Steph Curry.
Number 1.
Oh, 1.
That's the winner. That's the winner.
1. That's easily the winner. Yeah. Yeah. For
I don't
sure.
hate this list, honestly.
That's pretty
3 and
solid.
4 should definitely be switched.
What are you guys talking about, bro? You have Jason Kidd and Shaq at fucking 4. At 5.
I'm cool with that.
At
I'm
5.
cool with that. I'm cool with
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
we
but I
we
can
had
live
3.
with that because I got D Wade and Dirk at 4.
Yeah,
No,
what
we
are you
had-
talking
we
about,
had-
Chris?
No. We have Kobe and Dwight at 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take that over the other one.
You have Stephanie
And then-
Curry and Jason Tatum
Bro,
ahead of
we got
Jason Kidd
D-Wade
and
and
Shaq.
Dirk.
Yeah, then that should be
But it's
1.
but
Well,
Chris,
no. But it's
it's the
more
whole
than
team.
that.
It's the whole team.
I know it's the whole team, but it's
That whole
The
team is better than any other team.
who was on those 2002 Nets teams?
Exactly.
No, I'm
Uh,
asking you.
Do you know?
Do you know, Dean?
Richard Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah. Jason Kidd and
wow.
Richard
It's about the whole
Jefferson.
team.
He didn't even
And
say
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. He didn't even say Jason Kidd.
He didn't even say Jason Kidd.
Well, no, but that was implied because we mentioned Jason Kidd before, so Dean gets a pass on that one.
I don't think Dean knew he was there, so I don't think he gets a pass on that one.
No, I knew. I knew.
No,
I
he's
knew.
smiling.
I knew.
What number did Jason Kidd?
With the Nets, 5.
All right. Who wants to do the intro for the next thing?
What's the next thing?
Draft a team with
Someone
the
with
best
clear
2K My
audio,
team
please.
cards.
All right, I can do it.
All right.
Wait, what am I saying?
Draft a team with the best 2K My Team cards. NBA 2K My Team cards
Okay.
of all time.
It's a lot of things now. Draft a team with the best NBA 2K My Team cards of all time.
Nice. You have the first pick.
Say that again?
Oh
What am
my
I
God.
picking?
He said you have the first pick.
Of what?
Yo.
God.
My team
I
MVP.
forgot what I just
Just
The
said.
best,
introduced the
the best
segment,
My
brother.
Team cards of all time. The best My Team cards.
Best
of all
My Team
time.
cards. Okay. The 2K18 or 19 Steph Curry, the one with the championship trophy and the purple background. You know what I'm talking about? 94 overall amethyst.
Okay.
Cool.
With the first pick?
Wow.
That card was a GOAT.
Bruh,
No.
you can't pick.
It was that or 2K20
Wow.
George Mirzon.
All right, go ahead.
Who's next?
Who's up?
All
Am
right,
I up?
I'll take second, I guess. I'll take second, I guess. I'm going with Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant
From what year?
from like fucking 2K14.
I call next
I
pick.
don't remember what year it was.
Nah, that's not a thing.
Brother, there wasn't my team in 2K14.
Or like
Yeah, there was.
15, whatever year it
What?
was,
That's
bro.
not
The
a
Galaxy
card.
Opal fucking.
That ain't
What
a
do you
card,
mean?
buddy.
Galaxy
Literally, it's a
Opals
card.
came in 2K21, 20 or something.
Oh, then Dark Matter. Whatever.
What?
the fuck.
No.
That was
no.
even after that.
Come on.
Is it really?
Why are
I
we
don't
drafting cards
know,
we don't
bro.
know?
You're about to get Salvin Ahmed, bro.
Salvin Ahmed.
All right. I'm bugging. It's Onyx, bro. It's Onyx Kobe Bryant.
That's upsetting.
That's crazy. You said Galaxy Opal.
You don't even deserve to take him.
All right, who's up
It
next?
probably is a card if we're being honest.
Trunks, you said you're up?
Sure. Let me get that pink diamond Steph Curry.
Fuck.
What year was that?
2K15? The locker code?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2K15.
Pink diamond Steph Curry. That shit was probably the best card ever. He didn't miss.
Nice. Ortiz?
I can't even think. Okay. Top of my head, I want to call. I was really good with. I'm gonna go with the. I forgot what type of. I'll go with the pink diamond. The 97 overall pink diamond, the Lonzo Ball from 2K17. I'd like to say.
18, I think.
No, it wasn't 18 because I didn't get 18.
It was 19, no?
It was definitely
Might-
later than 17.
It was
Might-
19,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, 19. You're right. It was 19.
He was wearing the MPLS jersey, right?
Yeah.
And he had a fro. Who's
Who's
picked?
next?
Oh, man. Oh, hold on one sec.
Oh my god, doesn't get taken.
I guarantee you he won't.
So are you guys both wearing Jokic or just one Jamal?
He's Jamal.
Wow. I need a Jamal jersey. Are you wearing LeBron? Nice.
So with my first pick, I'm gonna take the NBA 2K15 Ruby Gerald Green. Gerald Green was a stud. And then with my next pick, I'm gonna have to take him 2K19 Amethyst Tito Turkoglu.
Fuck, that's exactly who I was gonna
Come
pick.
on, man. That's my guy, base 11.
My next pick in the draft, I'm gonna go 2K16 Silver Zach LaVine.
Wow.
Great choice.
What a
The
pick.
greatest card of all time.
That's a good pick. I like that pick a lot. Shit.
That was my pick.
Fuck, man.
Damn. Now I feel like I'm picking too good of a card.
Well,
But
I mean, it's the draft.
that is the draft. All right. I'm going to go with NBA 2K20 Galaxy Opal GOAT LeBron James.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2K20 Sapphire George Mearshot.
Wow.
I'm gonna go 2K. I think it was 19. Point guard Ben Simmons Galaxy Opal. Something like that.
It's a good choice. You have back-to-backs.
You got back to back.
Oh, we're taking 3?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go 2K20 Point guard Thon Maker.
Wow.
Wasn't he a small forward? He was a point guard thought maker?
Point guard Thon Maker.
Damn.
I don't remember which one it was. I think it was 2K20, but I'm gonna go with 2K20 Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. Card was fucking god.
All right. With my last pick, I'm going to go Diamond Kobe from NBA 2K16. His moments card after he dropped 60 in his last game.
I remember that card. I didn't like it because it was too slow. Because they had his speed as him as a 40-year-old man.
But everything else was just insane.
Everything else is maxed out, and then he had like 60 speed, 45 speed with ball.
One thing. Yeah, there's always that one thing.
Next pick in the draft. Sully, what was that year you had a God squad and I beat you with Sapphire Pau Gasol?
I think it was 2K19 or 2K20.
That's when I first started sweating my team.
Yeah.
So he had the best team out of all of us and played all the time. And then I started playing and became a cheese god. And it was like, so he never picked up the game again.
I put it down. You're not kidding.
I'm going to go with 2K19 Sapphire 86 overall Pau Gasol.
Nice.
Dropped 45 and 12 on Sully's head top with his God.
It was so frustrating because, like, yo, the tilt was a real thing, first of all, because, like, you were making shots that never should have gone in that game, and I was missing all my opens.
Get better.
But, bro, I kid you not, the reason I put that fucking game down was because I'd always win 8 or 9 games in a row and couldn't fucking get to the undefeated point ever.
Imagine not going 12-0.
And Chris always did it effortlessly, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
That
and
shit was not effortless,
bro. I had that one year where I played nonstop. The 2K20. I dropped so much money. I played all the time. I sucked.
You were really bad. I remember I would beat you with my budget squads.
I would too. Yeah.
It happens, man.
It was just fun to have a good team.
Yeah. With the last pick in the draft, I'm taking 2K20 Invincible Paul George.
Solid.
Stud. That's the draft.
That's a card.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Bro, there were some really Bobo wasn't drafted. Bobo used to be a god fucking card.
T-Mac
Yauxiopal
was
Bobo.
drafted.
Oh no, I played
Any T-Mac.
Onyx T-Mac wasn't drafted. That's crazy.
Any T-Mac.
I remember
That's really
OSN
freaking-
dropping that video, dropping 100 points with Onyx T-Mac in a game, and he got 91 points, and the kid held the ball, and he was holding, like he was tanking, so not tanking, but OSN couldn't drop the 100, so he broke his entire setup.
Yeah. I love OSN.
Yeah, what a guy. All right. Well, before I close this thing out, I think we're pretty much done here, right? Before anything, just want to give a huge shout out to. Whoa! What the fuck? Jesus. All right. Before I close this thing out, I just want to give a huge shout out to our new partners over at SeatGeek. They're the best ticketing app on the market. SeatGeek takes the confusion out of buying tickets as they give each ticket a score on a scale of 1 to 10, with green being a good deal and red being a bad deal. Please be sure to use our code BAllGamePod for $20 off of your first purchase. Again, that is BAllGamePod for $20 off your first purchase with SeatGeek. Lastly, just want to thank everybody over at SeatGeek for becoming partners with us. Thank you for that. Okay. Well, Dean, you joined so late. I'm sad that we didn't get to hear your opinion on the finals. Before we close this out, any closing thoughts on the NBA Finals? Game 5?
Not on Game 5 in particular, but in I guess the finals as a whole. The Heat were super impressive almost all the way through, except for, I feel like just the role players ran out of gas, and they came back down to earth in these finals. And I think there's a better optimism with the Heat after this season, obviously, than last season. I feel like there's a clear way for them to go. I think Tyler Hero is almost guaranteed out, along with maybe Gabe Vincent isn't coming back, Strus isn't coming back. I think there's a lot of clarity that the Miami Heat have now, and I think that they have the opportunity to go get a guy like Dame Lillard and transform this whole Heat culture. So, I think there's a lot of good things that come out of this finals. We knew the Nuggets were the better team, and that's kind of just it. That's kind of just what happened.
I will say, and this will be my last thought on it, Damian Lillard needs to be in a Miami Heat jersey next season, period.
I agree.
Who are you taking all time? Nikola Jokic or Kevin Durant?
Taking Kevin Durant. That's kind of easy.
Oh,
it's easy, bro.
I argued this whole time about Jokic. It is most definitely close.
No, it's not, bro.
But all right, I'm not arguing this again. It's okay. But anyways, all right. I think that's everything. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials in that description below. Thank you again. And with that,